Why can I not find? Why is my Xbox controller not working? What the? Okay. Okay. Chat. Chat. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wish I had a better. Quality not good. But it's excellent. Okay. All right. So, in light of the announcement of Resident Evil Veronica, as they dropped the code from the title, yes, this game is coming as a remake next year. And as such, I figured it would be good time as ever to get back into it. I am playing this game via Dolphin. I was gonna do this on PCSX2, but a couple of reasons. One, I could not get the my PS5 controller back from my sister's godson because he's still borrowing it for Fortnite. Still waiting for that back. Using my, I think I paid over more than $100 for this one when it first came out. Still works because this is as you see, it has like buttons and well for the bumpers or whatever. The other reason being, I tried is a similar issue to what I have with the Dolphin. I tried to get 60 FPS patch to work on PCS, but I've had no luck whatsoever. Now, I did have a 60 FPS patch for Dolphin version, but every time I boot up the game, it would not get past the first two screens. It wouldn't reach Capcom. So once I got rid of that, disabled that patch, then the game using like a texture pack for it. I can't remember what it was because it was made quite a few years ago. No huge advancement with it unless someone tries to use like AI just to pop out with texture packs. But yeah, that's what I'm using. I would have used like a HD main menu like texture pack, but that would have replaced like the splash screens and such from the. I didn't want to play because I'm still a bit salty that at some point, maybe this year or next, the RPCS 3 team is going to be dropping Windows 10 as requirement to play on the emulator. I kind of feel a bit irritated about that because my only option is to upgrade to Windows 11 without having a TPM chip installed, or get myself a Linux build, which I might do the latter because it's telling if 11 that's because we all thought that Windows 10 was going to last forever, but nope, not at all. And I also have to get something off my chest, but we'll explore that a bit when we get to it. Now, this game is actually currently being decompiled. It's around like the 30 to 40% completed rate, but I will touch on that in a bit after a little time of playing. There's something I need to get off my chest about. If any of you followed me before, there's a reason why I haven't streamed this game. Other games I promoted like decompilation progress in time, but we'll get into it. Right now.
Resident Evil.
You know, in the PS2 version, it's actually Richard Wogg as Wesker.
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella.
I also have this.
Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search
Perry.
for her lost brother Chris, and
Yeah,
a
I'm
rookie
quite
police
excited
officer,
for next year.
S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come. Three months later.
Now, if any of you watched the trailer yesterday or even today, you'll notice that they recreated this like scene here where the choppers are flying to Rockford Island, and it's almost a one-to-one recreation. Which I absolutely love.
Your identification number is WKD4496. Welcome to your new home.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother, Chris Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
I always love this movie. I wonder how much the head of that building is going to be the damages to the window panes. I apologize for any artifacts you might see in these kind of cutscenes. There's nothing I can really do about that. Not even texture packs could fix that.
Don't move.
I hope Rodrigo returns in Veronica. Now, for those of you that watched the atrocious Resident Evil Apocalypse film back in 2004, you'll know that they did a horrible job recreating that scene. Alice, you know, the lady that's only there because she's helping the director. Although it wasn't Anderson that directed Apocalypse. Some shitty intern guy that wanted a shot at directing for his first gig, I suppose. Yeah, imagine having an intern, first day intern directing a big budget film. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I don't remember the guy's name. Point is, they ripped off that scene. It was horrible. I should also note that I am using lossless scaling on upscale, increase the frame rate of this to 60 frames per second. That's how I'm able to get that. I never noticed that you could hear Rodrigo panting like so there's actually an opening I want to read that described Rodrigo's day. Where does it? I'll just read to as far as like the first 2 pages. It's only like 2 to 3 paragraphs, but it does explain what Rodrigo went through prior to this. Like, faced with his immediate death, surrounded by the disease, dying pieces of flaming helicopter rained down from the skies, all Rodrigo Juan Raval could think about was the girl. That and getting the hell out of the way. 2. Move. Dove for cover behind an unmarked tombstone. A small cemetery rumbled and shook. Shattering metal sound of high impact. A chunk of smoking chopper crashed into the corner of the yard, bringing the near prisoners, soldiers, burning. Bright, oily splattered across the ground like sticky lava. Felt a bolt of pain to cut. 2 of his ribs cracking against weed-buried slab of dark marble. The pain was sudden and terrible, paralyzing, but he somehow managed to pass out. Couldn't afford to. A rotor blade knifed into the dirt barely 2 feet from him, spraying sandy earth into the sky. Heard a new chorus of wordless moans. Virus carrier protesting rain of fire. Infected guard shambled by hair blade torch. Eyes sightless and searching. Don't feel it. Feel a thing. Rodrigo desperately reminded himself, trading on thing, afraid to move as the pain edged from shrieking, shouting. Air that thick, dizzying fumes and smells of rapid decay and burning. He heard a few gunshots somewhere else in the prison complex, but only a few. Battle was all, and they all lost. Rodrigo closed his eyes for a scared, fairly certain that he would sunrise. Talk about having a crappy day. So yeah, that's what Rodrigo went through prior to this. So hope you enjoy that reading. Okay, I was wondering, is my D-pad working? I have achievements on. I hope you enjoyed that reading. That's what Rodrigo went through. According to S.D. Perry.
Perfect.
Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. The troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
Okay, so been a while since I played this. Why is that still on? If I can disable. I don't know why that's still remaining on the screen. Able to. Ah, come on. Show me. Yes. Bit distracting. I don't know where they keep the achievements. Okay, here it is. I found achievements. Okay, there we go. All right, figured that out. Okay, it's. So I hope they keep the homeostatic medicine side story. That would. I'm reading. Okay. Oh yeah, the green herb. Right. Now, if I wanted to do a glitch, there's a glitch where you green. I choose not. Because I never actually attempted to do much. Actually. Let's not mess with it. And I could have enabled you to skip the transition, but I'd leave them in. I think this is the only Resident Evil game heartbeat or into different room. Certain room. Now I know they're not going to keep that from me. About 20 minutes slow. Yeah, almost like that. bird box. Not sure why Claire is racist. Encountered zombies before. I guess she's not used to them being naked and well first. I get out of here. Oh wow! Usually, you only get bit and grabbed by one. Try to escape. Where's the gun?
Wah! Wait, don't shoot.
Who are you?
God damn it, Bill Houston.
Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over. Sorry about that little misunderstanding, but I thought you were another one of those
Shut up. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve.
Yeah.
I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire. Nice. I'll remember that. Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. Well, I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
Big deal. Handgun, the M93R. Fun fact, this gun served as the basis for RoboCop's Auto 9. Over here with the widescreen hack, you'll notice that like it's supposed to be like played at 4:3 aspect ratio. Widescreen hack, you'll know kind of like this thing. Textures. I was playing on the PS3 version. Issue. Possible. Now I did. Now this area was shown off in the trailer for, and it looks extremely, very nicely detailed. You can tell because it looks pretty similar. Yeah, you can see the difference. I never could tell if this thing right here was supposed to be like a. I always thought this thing here was like a rocking thing, but apparently a dust bomb. Crazy. That. But the transporter looks like it's crashing. It looks like it. Not breathing. Oh shit. I'll picture you. I know what to do. How do I Xbox? Yeah, I'm right. That makes sense. Herb. Yes, I pronounce it as herb. Big whoop. Right about it? God, they can walk upstairs. Could have. Seems like someone didn't finish their soup. It's still a bit warm. Here. Rolla has some rather disgusting smelling. Caffeine food or scattered in this area. What the flop? Here we get the M100 keys. Or are we going to put the handgun in? Is it cannibal? Appear to be toiletry. They've all been used and worn out. Ew. Okay. Let's do that. God. We have that. Just to reinforce what's following. You can see there's nothing dragging it. Big hole in the wall. Fire pit. Blood stains of heaves. What does that word is it? Of course, the knife is so goddamn powerful. See? Gotta aim for the damn knees. See? Yeah, that's... I swear, the knife is so OP in the game. I hope they keep it like... Oh, I doubt it. They're just gonna be stupid. The knife durable.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Get the lighter. If you try to take anything metallic through here, the shutters are gonna close, and you won't be able to press through. Now here, this is the only time in the game where you'll receive BOW gas. Yep, I know about it. And you can see on the bottom left, you see hunk, warning, and sample, which is the hunter's eyes. Oh, so that's a nice legend. X.
Chris Redfield.
What are you doing here?
Chris Redfield. Is he a relative of yours or something?
You mean my brother?
Ah, your siblings. Well, it seems your brother is under surveillance by Umbrella.
What?
I wonder if Bill Houston knows how
I've
bad
got to
his
contact
voice
Leon
acting
and
is,
tell him to let my
because
brother know he's being monitored. It's a good thing I
what
have
do you
access
expect
to
when
an
you
outside connection
outsource to
from here.
voice actors and
Well, that file shows the latitude and longitude of this place. Why
not
don't you
saying
send
that
your
all
brother the
Canadians
coordinates and ask him to come
are
help?
terrible voice
Thanks.
actors.
I'll do that.
No disrespect.
Hey, I was just kidding. There's
I've
no
heard
way he
worse.
could get here, even if he is your brother.
Yes, he can. I'm sure of it.
No way. He won't come. You'll just end up disappointed if you rely on others. Believe me, I know.
What was that all about?
Probably because they changed his hairstyle a bit for the X version, which, by the way, when this game was first released on the Dreamcast, Steve's hairstyle resembled a lot of that of Leonardo DiCaprio. Though it's unconfirmed why they added a bit more hair to his head. I think it's likely to avoid any legal repercussions from Leonardo DiCaprio, I suppose, but it's never confirmed because none of the developers of Capcom ever explain why that's the case. Place. Yeah, it's a box. God, why? I wonder how this will work out different.
Please deposit any metallic
Metallic
items
items.
you have in the security box.
Yeah. I don't need my lighter right now. God, stop. Check this. M93R. Italian handgun, which uses 9mm, 19. Fire extinguisher we need to get that's in. I don't want to be close to. No! Whoa! Excuse me. Grab this. Unlock key. Man, they can run, can they? So I can't use the padlock key. So. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you can just hear the number of hits the knife does with the amount of slices. It's just, this knife is so goddamn OP. I would say it's the best knife in all of Resident Evil. Hands down. It's the only reason why Wesker is playable in battle mode. Without that knife, he's just fucked. Oh, we need this fire extinguisher to put out the flames on that truck. That zombie wasn't there. stones examinable? Examinable. Is that a word? I want to say it's... Wow! What a turbo! Back off. Okay, yeah. Use it. Get this, Durlam case, I think it's called. They don't call it a briefcase. I think it's called a Durlam. Oh, well, this case is a briefcase. Push this button here and get the TGL1 with alloy. Hey, you see the graphics popping in. That's the effect of like the widescreen package. So I imagine once the game is compiled, so we have a proper widescreen. Somehow someone leaked the source code. Not the remake, but the original. That's really clear.
Please deposit any
Hey, you
metallic
hear the
items you
bang?
have in the security box.
We're on a break at 8. Construction materials are piled up here. Like a lot of things are not used. This is 1998 when 3D printers weren't really common. Page complete. Now they can read it. Damn it. I liked how there's different ways how they fall over. We'll be back for that fire extinguisher because there is one more instance to. That's when we play as Chris. But that won't be until. But it is optional if you want to get the Magnum. Nope. Quick. All right. Now we exit. Where's the right? This one. I mean, I could have played the PS3 HD version, but I'm very conflicted about what they've done with the lighting. Yeah, the real-time power is like, it's like they make everything so goddamn dark. Like, why? And it's not just with the PS3 version, but also with the Xbox 360. well. That version came out around the same time where they did an HD mastering for Resident Evil 4. Go, go. Oh, man. Let me see if I can do that. Come on. Yes! The amount of hits it does. We'll come back and collect that. That Navy. Wow, you things happening here. You think when you're in a room like this, a lot of things will be in, but nope, I guess it all depends on the camera angle. This is one of my favorite save rooms entire frame. So I imagine, well, it wouldn't surprise me if they do a remix of that theme. Nope. I'm so used to like some of the button, some of the options. Have the card. Who is this guy supposed to be? I really would like to know. Is this supposed to be one of the localization developers or something? Or I really want to know. What's his name? Jason Aston or something? NTC 039. Equip them. Particular. Here. This room. Because there's bats here, and if you don't use the lighter where the bats, they'll come and attack you. Duralumin. Duralumin case? Duralumin case? Is that how you pronounce it? Please tell me. Please someone say that my pronunciation. You know, I never noticed there was handgun ammunition at all for the time. Carla is made out of marble. Is that unusual? here? Yep. Of course, they don't have a QWERTY type key. Go put the case away. I won't need that until we get the lockpick. Which you get by giving the lighter to Rodrigo after you give. Why is it still flickering happening? Yes, oh, it's a light. I should not have this much handgun ammunition. Keep in mind, I am not, if this is a Japanese version, they would give you a difficulty option before you even start the game. With the North American European version, you don't get that option. Start the game and boom, you're on your own. Now, I know they did that for like rental purposes, so that players are keen to rent the game or such. No, he's not. Of course not. No, you. No. Okay, so now we go into this room. I don't know what. Maybe this will. No, it doesn't. As you can see, like World War. Combinizers. Wow, they look hell. 2 handguns. I don't know what they're supposed to represent. Auto fighters display here. References are placed here. War seems to be the primary. Battleship is here. Magnums are. Now, I have a concern with what the remake. So, you can obviously tell from this version, Alfred and Alexia appear to be very, very close siblings. A bit too close, ask me. So, my question is, what is Capcom going to do about that? Are they toning down the implication of test or whatever? Although I'll get into a bit more of that when we get to Anna. Because I can't recall anyone putting up such a fuss about that when this game came out. Why is this a blue thing? God damn it. I always wanted it to be the skipper. Here. Keg military out of the store. Go loot. Take them? Yes. You take them. You're in good. We'll put them back. Hope everyone's enjoying this far. So after a particular cutscene, I want to explain something before we go. There's something I've been meaning to get off my chest regarding decompilation. Promoting. Good exit. But
Yeah! Help me!
Steve?
God damn it, Bill, why? I wonder what kind of motivation Bill was given to waste. Like, what? Like, I really would like the residents of Beeville team to actually interview Bill. Why his motivation? He's suffering. Find two.
That was too close. But I found something, thanks to you. Looks cool, huh?
Oh, I need those. Give them to me.
You gotta be kidding. I found it, and I'm keeping it.
I'm keeping it.
Fine. Let's make a deal. I'll trade you for something fully automatic. See you around, Claire. Adios.
Hey, wait, Steve!
Yeah, the M100Ps are not going to. So there are technically fully automatic. There's some machine guns, and the AK. Don't get until we get to Antarctica. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I forget.
Redfield! How dare you interfere with my operation?
What are you talking about?
You let yourself be captured so you could lead your people to this base!
I have no idea what you're babbling about.
You don't fool me! I am Alfred Ashford, commander of this base.
Oh? You must be one of Umbrella's lower level officers if you're in command of a backwater base like this one.
How dare you!
Wow. You have quite the balls to say
Ashford
that, Claire.
family is among the world's first and finest. My grandfather is one of the original founders of Umbrella, Inc.
It's actually an interesting story about that.
Now tell me, why have you attacked this installation?
Attacked?
Shortly after you arrived, my base was attacked. You must have informed your people of its location.
I still don't follow you. I really don't know anything about that.
Unacceptable! How can you deny it? My base has been destroyed. And thanks to you, the experimental T-virus was released, creating countless zombies and monsters. Tell me, who do you work for? Who sent you?
Oh, your goddamn business.
Have it your way, then. You're just a rat in a cage anyway. I'll be sure to keep you entertained before I dispose of you.
Yeah, there's I have Resident Evil Survival phone, and they started the alligator. So, well, that's loading up. The other thing with his grandfather, which was Edward Ashford, he's one of the founders of Umbrella, along with James Marcus, the antagonist, and Zero, and Oswald Spencer. So, Marcus and Ashford, well known chemist comes to Spencer was not. He was more of an aristocratic person. Oh. Attracted. Are they already full? So, but yeah, it was actually a bit further explained detail in Resident Evil 5 in one of the loading screens where Edward was accidentally died from exposure to the terror virus. Reality is set up by Spencer to kill him off. You also do the same thing to Marcus about 20 years later. And also explains about the in regards to like so there this leads to like one of the reasons why I haven't quite a long. I was friends with the lead person on the compilation, Frozen Burnside. When I became friends with him, we got along really well at first. We're chatting about it, and even though I had no experience with like reverse engineering or any of that program, C plus and all that, we got along really well. But then, like later on, it got to a point where he was starting to become a bit hostile to because he didn't like the fact that I was allegedly name dropping a couple of like notable decompilers for their projects. For example, Foss said with Resident Outbreak decompilation, I still follow and support. So, and from what I see in progress, that's coming along really well, as well as the lead decompiler for Duke Nukem 0 Hour, which has since been recompiled and has an active modding scene for the overclocked mod. I definitely recommend you check out. I don't know why he got a bit upset over that. I was just promoting, sharing all like anyone would do. Not like anyone needs to have permission to share the like project and what's on him. In fact, sharing the word of decompilation actually can help the team by recruiting more people to work on it. It's a good thing, right? But I digress. And it wasn't Code Veronica I was doing well, but I also did it with Silent Hill. So then it got to the point about like last year or something where Frozen Burnside thought that I was trying to claim the work of decompilation as my own, which I have never done at all whatsoever. If you watched any of my previous spreading the word of the decompilation, I stated clearly in the description that I am not associated with the decompilation team at all, nor do I claim to be contributing any work to that whatsoever. Never claim any ownership of it at all. I've always stated that by the books. I've never would ever claim any of that as ownership myself. Because doing so would be extremely disingenuous and very disrespectful for those that actually work hard on these decompilation projects. So But apparently Burnside took that as a different way, and then it got to the point where he decided that I was committing identity theft because I shared only one message exchange between me and Gemini Rebirth, the person behind the classic Rebirth mods, Resident Evil trilogy, so that you can play them on modern PC and such. Because he claimed that. Hold on. So distracted. But he claimed that Gemini was not very fond of Code Veronica at all, saying something related to some sort of like homophobic slur or something, which I asked Gemini about that, and he never said it in that way at all. And he's not sure how that got taken out of context, and he knew exactly who would have said it, which was Frozen. God, I'm getting so distracted. I apologize. Freaking, please schedule the important note. Quite annoying. But yeah, Burnside accused me of identity theft of all things, because he claimed that I was trying to pass the work that he and others have done on the decompilation as my own, so I can get a job at Night Dive Studios, because apparently Gemini works at Night Dive Studios, which I found was just fucking bonkers stupid. But that was the mindset he was given, and that was his justification to cut all ties with me altogether. And he did this while I was still sleeping that day. And he coming up before I could get a chance to respond to that. Not that I want to respond in a case like this, because I know he's just going to take a lot of things out of context. Usually does, from what I was told from one source. I will not name names, but I was told afterwards that Burnside has been like this with many people that have encountered him decompilation, which is why there are a bunch of people that do not want to work with him because of his attitude, because he has no social skills whatsoever. Because there's always that dark side that you just never see. And there's like more to it, which I'm not going to get into it. But I will say that I think a day after he cut all ties with me, I get a message from one of the moderators from the PS1, PS2 decompilation Discord channel about me like promoting like the decompilation projects and such, because according to him, he got one anonymous complaint about that, and me and this one other person that, again, I will not name the name, theorized that Burnside made a dummy account to report me about this. And the reason, and I say he made a dummy account because he actually cut ties with that Discord channel for some reason. I don't know the exact reason, but I think because Burnside claims it had something to do with one of the moderators trying to push his Mormon beliefs onto Burnside, which I'm not going to get into like any religious stuff. Whatever you want to believe, that's entirely up to you, unless you're from the Church of Scientology, in which case that's an organized crime syndicate. But in any case, that's like his reasoning. Probably one ties with the channel together. There might have been other reasons, but I know about that. He requested the channel archive. But here's the crazy part. Once he did that, he actually moved to the GameCube Wii decompilation Discord channel to continue the chat about decompilation for the PS2 version of Code Veronica. And yes, there are a few contributions for the GameCube version, but the main thing that they're working on is the PS2 version. They're doing all this chat and such in the GameCube Wii decompilation channel, which I theorize he's doing this so that there's less of a chance he gets recognized by anyone familiar with Burnside and shitty habits. That's what me and this one other person theorize. Again, I'm not going to name the name of who told me all that and stuff, but that's what we theorize is going on. And I was quite insulted by what Burnside accused me of, because I would never pass anyone's work as my own. That is just, I'm not James Somerston. Nor will I ever be James Somerston. If you know who James Somerston is, then you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I just felt hurt, betrayed, and just disappointed. And there's like some other details about that I don't want to mention because I don't know how others would feel about their behalf and such. But just, and keep in mind, and I just want to make this extremely clear. I do not doubt Burnside's skills in decompiling and reverse engineering. What the amount of work he's done is just fantastic and amazing, but his social skills or lack thereof, it just leaves a lot to be desired, to the point where you acting like that with a bunch of other people in the community you will not get any favors. It's just really sad that he baseless accusation. And from what I've been told, it's not the first time he's actually done these kind of accusations. Just really, and I'm not sure if Burnside will actually catch wind. Whatever it's been, I've just saying there is more that I could say, but I don't feel like I'm comfortable with talking about that because I don't want to drag other people into this. If anyone wants to reveal their of the interactions with Frozen Burnside and such, fine, but I don't want to do it unless they want me to about it. And I did bring this up to Video Game Esoterica, the YouTube channel, the personality guy that does all the covering for these kind of news and such. Which, keep in mind, he's doing the same exact thing that I was doing. Games like Code Veronica, Silent Hill for the spreading the good word in hopes that people with reverse engineering join in and help out as well. In fact, I'll be doing a stream soon this month with God Hand, because that's just got a decompilation project started, and it only has one person. So I really would love to get more people aware of that game, involved with decompiling it. But as far as me and Burnside, I haven't spoken to him in over more than a year. And after what he did was quite insulting with that accusation, I don't ever want to reestablish ties with him ever again. Just fucking disingenuous. I wish him all the best, especially what's going on, whatever is going on in his personal life and such. I'm not going to reveal what he's told me and what others have told me, but I just wish him the best, and I wish nothing but him and the others that are working on reverse engineering best to bring a true PC port of Code Veronica life. But I just wish he had better social skills so that he not a complete asshole to many people. And he says that other people were disrespectful towards him. Well, it's his attitude is the reason why they don't want to work with him. Because there was this one other person that was telling me about these kind of things. Again, I'm not going to name the person who, that trying to get Burnside into a group and such, but that the members of that group know about Burnside and his shitty behavior, attitude. Burnside felt like he was set up to be humiliated and such when in reality, Burnside brought that upon himself. So that's my take on all that. If anyone wants to chip in their side of the story on their encounter with Frozen Burnside, that's fine and such, but I just wanted to bring that to light, what was going on. But with all that being said, let's get back to what we were, because I don't want to hark on that from. But yeah, it's just like quite the unfortunate situation that Burnside tried to pin on me. So if you ever encounter Burnside and he tries to say that I try to pass his work off as my own and such, and all these crazy ass conclusions he has, just know that you'll just be led into a flat out lie. But in any case, let's get back to Anne. But yeah, that was like, that's something I had to get off my chest. And regardless of what he said or what he might say afterward, I will continue to spread the good word of these decompilation projects. Fullest. So he can say whatever the fuck he wants, but it's not going to stop me from what I do. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Yeah, I hope I didn't bore anyone here with details and such. It's just one of those things I had to get off my chest up rather than Code Veronica. Otherwise, I would have probably heard it from Frozen Burnside and his exaggerated, maybe flat out lies. Here we get the side pack. There are 2 more slots. Imagine, I think I remember this. Yep. Let me see. That. I find it so bizarre that he would bring all the PlayStation, GameCube. Also weird is that you can actually move it like that, like as the cutscene's about to end. The fact that disclaimer that I did, that I was talking about, you can still find it in the description of this video. Come on. Come on. Get off. Damn it. Nothing here. Nothing. Check to make sure of alligator happening. If you're curious what team I'm on, alliance I'm on, I'm with DHC. Delta Hazard Corporation, I think? Oh yeah, I have a green. Somehow I managed to turn around. What? Now there is a chance for the train to actually drop. You're not far. So I think I am. No. Imagine if this dropped all of a sudden on Claire. That would be unfortunate. If I can grab this without getting grabbed, that would be. I think I've only ever succeeded twice. Biohazard card. Come on. Can I succeed? Holy crap, I did it! Got it. That was like the third or fourth time I ever managed to do that. Yeah, putting all those zombies in that area to get the card is not as easy as it looks. You have to play the game as much as I have, or fuck with it. Imagine if we could pilot a freaking submarine in the remake. That would be... We can grab the... I think that's the Navy. Yeah, Navy proof. Let's go back in here. zombies in here yet. There will be. God, I find those pop-outs of the graphic parts quite distracting. I'll push on. Remy wants to take this section. I had to escape Alfred's line of sight with this. Because you can actually get killed by Alfred. Not fast enough. Need this biohazard key, our key, so we can go into the next area. And we can still hear those flies buzzing around. Oh boy, I'm gonna get grabbed. Yep. Yeah. Yep, I was hoping that would happen. Oh my god. Get out of my way. No! Damn it. So we encounter tremors here. Which I hope they include in the remake, because they didn't include it in freaking Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm still a bit salty about. But that's only the tip of the iceberg of things. Good morning. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, fuck that. Oh. There. Which for some reason was lacking RE2 remake, despite the fact that it was in the game. Original. Out the map with me, but I know this game in and out. I know where I'm going, but I thought I'd think of it. Stay down. Oh man, I thought he was gonna grab me. What are these? I thought there was something. Oh wait, I think that's for. The amount of hand out of this. I swear to you, this is not easy. This. If I go through that, it'll close behind me. Don't want to do. This is the sauna. Wait, no. Before the sauna. Don't you bitch. Nothing of interest. Let's play this. Broken. Thirsty right now. Oh, always gotta have your thirst. That. Ah, it shows the boat. Got ammunition here. Catch up with that. More bow, yeah. First, save this up for. Wow. Okay, so gonna be a couple of naked. What we gotta do? Spit on me? Sauna. A lot of hot. No shit clean. All the sauna. So you'll notice there's no female zombie this whatsoever. The only male zombies that were allowed. Notice this is right. Curiously enough, there's that great side. I wonder if they originally placed a carrot tag. I didn't bore anyone why I haven't over a year. But that's not the only reason why I haven't been other. Lock that. Why would I want to keep this key that's useless? Get some powder. That we get gunpowder arrow. There's also one more thing I want to grab when I lock it. Now, go up here. Doorknob is missing. Ask for Chris. Now with the remake of this game, I hope there's an extension of this. That there's more to it than just this scientist guy on the other side. That's so. Fun fact: that portrait right there is actually an overlay that is used on me page for Resident Evil. It's nice. 11:26. That's annoying when you transition to doors.
Biohazard contamination detected. Level 3. Emergency shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
That was close.
My God, that keeps popping in and out. I don't like that. A lot more arrows than you could. That's why I didn't go through here. Encountered Alfred. Yeah. Get through his fucking shot. I did not save, and if I die here, that would be unfortunate. Oh. Woof. Okay. If I didn't go on that stairs like a second soon, caught me. Went through here. The other door locked. Imagine how that will be. As here we have the homeostatic medicine. Give it to Rodrigo. Not right now, but there's still like other things. Must have spent their off hour. I don't think I need this file. Hey, it's Didge!
Welcome, Claire. Consider the area you are in a special playground I have prepared just for you. Please try and keep me amused, and do not disappoint me by dying too soon. I so want to enjoy this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that laugh. Like asking me to do a freaking Elmo laugh. By the way, that wallpaper, wallpaper there background, I'm not surprised that came wallpaper engines. Maybe yesterday, I don't know. But I imagine there'll be much more detailed paper. So, do I have enough space? Yeah, I do, because the machine gun, the engram, right here. Mission. Caliber. Out. Power the band snap. I wonder how they're gonna be reimagined. Look more atrocious than here. thought they were quite underrated. I appreciate Resident Evil franchise. Door somehow unlocked on it. That Lugers do not carry that much.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
Carried about 7 to 8.
Don't worry, Claire. Your
Bullets
knight
per
in shining
magazine.
armor is here.
You
This
wish.
is a video game. Who
But
cares?
thanks for the help.
See? This is why you need me. I got your back.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Here,
Fun fact,
take
that's the
these.
number one most
Machine
annoying
guns?
word.
For me?
in
You know the
English.
deal. In exchange for your Lugers.
Okay. This thing is too cool. Yes! Now this is my kind of weapon. All right. Huh? Hey, this thing's empty. You cheated me.
You never
Up
said
there.
for it to
Plenty
be
of ammo,
loaded,
just
did
for
you?
you.
Way up there?
Give me a boost and I'll get it for you.
All right. Ow! My back. You're heavier than you look. Hurry up.
Not a very appropriate thing to say. Hey, gunpowder.
Happy now?
It's just one magazine. You have 2 of them.
What?
Now that your knight has made his appearance, he can join you in your descent into death.
Now we get to the time where you play a Steve.
Okay, let's do it. Wait here, Claire.
Fucking
Time to
dialogue.
test out my new toy.
Oh god, it's just so cringy. Oh wait, there's an Easter egg I want to. Well, she'll give us 1 or 3 different reactions if we go back. Please give me.
Do you want me to take care of this for you, little boy?
Yes, that reaction we got. I was hoping for that reaction because another one was like, "You're not done yet." So the only other Resident Evil game where you find dual-wielded guns is in a grenade launcher. Is in Resident Evil 6. So we examine this picture of Steve and his parents. So his dad worked for Umbrella. I don't think his dad was a researcher, but maybe they might go more in depth with that in the remake. Wow. Cross like that. I always like that. What's this? Memos are posted here. Nothing of interest here. Of course there is. Wait, I'm glad she reacted that way. Yeah, it's like this segment of Steve is short. Just point because hopefully there'll be more instances where you play a Steve in the remake. especially in Antarctica. I will touch on next time I play the game when we're in that segment.
It was dirty work, but this area is now clean.
Good God.
See? You can depend on me. You see? This thing is a lot more reliable than any person.
Interesting.
Then people?
Steve, what were you doing here?
Now you ask that?
Who brought you here and where is your family?
Shut up! I don't want to talk about it!
Steve.
Never mind. Let's get going.
Yeah, scratching the back of your head while you don't have the safety on with the SMG. That makes a lot of sense. You can still see the animation of it because of the widescreen hack. See? I'm curious how this will play out in the probably a lot more emotion.
Claire, are you okay?
Steve, behind you!
No.
What's wrong, Steve? Shoot him!
Wait! I can't! No!
Steve! No! Ah!
Steve.
Father. 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 Dad used to work for Umbrella. Tried to steal information, intending to sell it off to the highest bidder. He was caught. Mom was killed, and we were sent here.
Oh, Steve.
He was a fool to do something so reckless. So stupid.
It's okay now. Just rest.
So I need to bring something up in regards to that scene. There's a graphic novel edition version of this by DC around the same time, which goes in a bit more depth into, particularly when Steve had his eyes closed. In the graphic novel, it shows him remembering where he was a kid, that he was with his dad at a Thanksgiving parade or something. A few other things. I can't remember if it also showed his mother getting killed by Umbrella, something like that, but And I think it also goes a bit in depth with this in the, I can remember. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's also like a scene in the, like a section in the book where in the elevator in that transition, Steve asked about like Claire about what happened in Raccoon City, and so let's see. Oh, it was also I think it was also in the book as well. Claire said something else, but Steve was remembering something. A sudden, vivid flash of memory, so real, like experience. He'd been 4 or 5 years old. Thanksgiving parade. He was sitting on his father's shoulder, watching the clowns go by, surrounded by loud, shouting people. Cry. He don't remember why. He remembered his father looked, eyes ask what was wrapped his. Still crying, but no harm. So yeah, that was what he was thinking. Well, according to S.D. Perry, that was what Steve was thinking about when he had his eyes closed at that moment before he snapped out of it and started shooting his dad. Like, he thought as long as his dad was with him, he was safe. But now, when his dad is a zombie, what does he have left? It's quite sad, the story of like a Steve Burnside. But yeah, I definitely recommend reading this book. They're actually quite. It's not expensive to get. I have all the other books, all 7 books that S.D. Perry wrote for Resident Evil. And I recommend going for. Actually, so I have Zero, which is technically the last book that I wrote for the Resident Evil, because this was released back in like yeah, this was published in 2004. I have the Umbrella I have Caliban. I don't out. Yeah, it's a book. It's a story that takes place before Resident Evil 2. Got City of the Dead, focused on Resident Evil 2. Of Underworld, which is has Leon, Claire, and Rebecca and others like finding out. And then you have Nemesis, which of course is based on Nemesis. Strangely enough, this book turned out to be the most expensive for me to get. Then you have Code Veronica. I recommend picking up all of these. Whatever you do, do not get the republished these books, because those covers just basically reuse like a asset just to make a generic cover. I definitely do not recommend. like the ones with these unique arts. I definitely recommend. I recommend books in general. In any case, get back to this. I've done enough explanation. Bored a few people away. I haven't chat with anyone here yet. Beef. Actually. Dogs. Seriously, who dogs out? Damn it! Oh yeah, I put my knife away. Time is over. My clock, for some reason, it's half an hour slow. For some inexplicable reason. Normally there's a panel here. Now this, I think this is supposed to be a freaking tiger tank. Not sure how Alpha was able to transport one of these and such, but unlocked. Before I go through backtrack. Oh, where to put the. And there's also in the graphic novel version. I'd like to do a stream at some point. Show off the graphic novel. Because when you read the DC graphic novel, you get the feeling, you get a lot of Street Fighter vibes because of the encounter you have, particularly with the Bantha Snap. Don't you? Here's the eagle plate. Floor? Pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Now, the handgun is stairs, which you cannot go through. So we play as Chris. I don't know why I'm actually back here. I should be elsewhere right now. I'll come back here when we have our key card. first floor. Now, there's actually 2 eagle plates to find. Hey, how you doing? Now, you don't really need to face him here, because that could be taken care of by Chris. Yep, here come the Bantha Snatchers. Peace. Yep. Okay, examine the loot. Okay. There. Very usable. That is shit. If I recall what the left, right, left. I think I remember what the code is. 1971? That again. 1971 or 1974? Man, it like. Look it, it's Jill. The screenshot right there on the bottom right, and you see the Birkin, the GI. Like, I always like these Easter eggs. 1971. Yes. I think that was the year of Alfred and Lex. Well, they weren't really birthed by the mother. It was more. No, you son of a bitch! You dick. Never. That's a bit disturbing. Pick books up. Photos. Yeah, no. Is that blue herb here? Hi, blue herb. Oh. Oh yeah. Later. Bats in here. Creepy ass bats. Is there a band snatcher in here? They know. Okay, I'm thinking about the other room in back in the. Oh no, there is! Oh no! My God! I remember this wrong. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Sure. Sure, yeah. Side. Various books, politics, literature, science. You know, I hope that in the remake, Claire meets Wesker like a castle. Same thing with Steve, where Steve will try to go up against Wesker. Wesker just beat the shit out of Steve. Similar to what he did with Chris in Resident Evil 5. Lost in Nightmares.
Keep focused, brother. Our enemy is only a little girl. Oh, why is this taking so long?
My apologies, Alexia, but I have been doing my best.
The revival of the Ashford family depends on your success, brother.
I am aware of that, Alexia. I will revive the family name myself and make you the master of the glorious Ashford family.
Do not worry, brother. I will handle them both myself. Who is there? Is someone at the corridor?
What is it, Alexia?
Nothing. I believe I must have been imagining things. Let us go, brother.
Boy, that was... Okay. Possibly custom made. Hey, hang on. Books. Professional biology book. Lots and lots of books. They're just as creepy. What is this supposed to be? Common picture of what? Appears to be a relief. Back. Yeah, it's on the in the next room. So if they're that close as siblings, what's the point of having two separate rooms? Let's just have one, just to bring the point home. I digress. You know, with the trailer, I was expecting a teacher to have Alexia sing that song. Take this silver key. Boom, I'd hate to be so many secrets. Gorgeous furnishing. Balls. Could be a light. Won't come back here for a while. Well, I hope to remake this. This building is a lot more extensive. Much like what Mikami did with the Resident Evil. Well, given how much ground there is to cover Veronica, I very much doubt that to be the case. But never know. I'll keep my hopes high. Grab this before he notices. Miss me. Damn it! Thought I could get away with it. Ugh. So I think in the graphic novel, there's a scene where there is a bit of a pickle with a Banta Snatcher, and after buries his dad, there's like yep, the oh, jeez, it was right. Holy crap! I was thinking, where is that zombie? Over here as well. Where else is Silver Key? Wait a minute, I think I might know. Oh god. Okay. Now, if you've seen the announcement trailer for the Code Veronica remake, you will notice that the player is grabbed by someone pretty familiar. That being Hunk. And speaking of such, here's his report here. Attention, Mr. Alfred Ashford, head of the facility. Day at 1632. I arrived successfully on the Umbrella transport, large-scale BOW capsule. Extreme care was taken during transport. All 108 checkpoints. Confirmed coordinates. Currently being stored in a freezer. One thing that I normally assigned to special missions, why were we ordered to transport a frozen capsule at the time? I understand that this may be classified as top secret. Without knowledge, our safety could be at risk. This is especially important if contents are potentially. I'd like to add why does signed similar mission in the future. You'll remember the good old days spent here. Nothing is. You're up for the next mission. Day at 20 hours. But usually, Umbrella Special Force Unit. So, keep in mind, as far as canon is concerned, this is the last time you hear from Hunk in any way, shape, or form. The other times you see him appear in the Mercenaries, Resident Evil 4 and Revelation 2, if I'm not. But yeah, as far as canon is concerned, you don't hear from him ever again. Though I think he might play a bit more role in the remake if his appearance, that appearance with Claire is anything to go by. But we'll see once before release the game. Very much looking forward to it. God, I'm getting so much heat and I'm insane. That's the other pockets. Yep. Not sure why you will. After. There's no achievement for that. Machine. Okay. We're gonna continue on a bit. I'll leave the prison in the part for it. Still here? don't get hit. Yeah, you go around them where they have an arm. They're able to. Problem. Right. That. This time it won't be behind. Are there dogs in here? I can't remember. Yep. Can I get through? Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I need the. I will give this game like credit for something. They don't reuse as much sound effects from the previous Resident Evil entry as other games have, especially with the newer remakes and such. You can definitely tell they like Capcom is, I think, notorious for a lot of sound effects because I think it's like cheap that way. It's fair. I get that, but after hearing, just notice once you hear all of it, it sounds extremely hard to ignore. You've been attentive to those kind of details as I have. Wait, nope. Spacing on text for it. Why is it weird? Because I don't have a lockpick. Nope. Get access. I think this is SSD card? Can't remember. Nope. Now the grenade launch. Of course, Claire had in Resident Evil 2, so it makes sense for her to have it back here again. Go in here. Oh god. No! No! Oh. Okay. Can't get that. Broken. How would you... Yeah, it's right there. Why would you examine the door thinking, oh, the switch is broken? Special here. Switchboard. Okay. Can't operate. appears to have been destroyed violently. It's possible that the T-virus be correct. As far as we can get in this area. Breaker may fail due to Okay, this is the last. Surprise. Credit. The albinoid. Creature which is created by injecting the T-virus in salamander. Similar to a normal amphibian, albinoid's body will grow with age. There's a bit of an issue with the model here. Young, an albinoid is small in size, but grow to over 7 feet for a very short time frame, 10 hours. Possess high mobility, large electricity characteristics are underwater and helpful. I wonder how they'll change how different the albinoid function. Whether or not the fight with Chris and the albinoid ended just to get the that'd be really neat counter, because for the Black Mate, the Half-Life 1 fans, they did something similar with Gonark, the Queen Head Crab. Proof. You know what the code is? 1120. Somehow by examining that, it... Oh, dear. Timing? Now the zombies come out. Because why not? Let me put a few things. Okay. Half an hour slow for some reason. Biohazard card. I like to think the Biohazard card, the name of it, is kind of like a tongue reference Japanese Biohazard title. Their heartbeats for the no. Correct. Acid round. Objects. Fourth. Aye. Appears to be alive. Capsule's albino. Like the skeleton picture. Now I have a ton of
Contamination
getting the
detected.
hell out of
Level
here.
3.
Cutscene can't do anything
Emergency
for me.
shutters will close. All personnel evacuate immediately.
There's no limit to it. The timer goes down during the transition. There's no limit to the animals that Umbrella will export their experiments. Not even salamanders are safe from grass. There we go. Wait a minute. Just go through here, but there's zombies. 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 No! God's sakes. You s- God damn it. Including this picture here. This. Here's the gold key. This will be important. Chris. Fortress. That's supposed to be Napoleon. I'm inclined to think that it is. I swear, how Alpha Man a tiger tank island. Might have been a friggin' nightmare. Transport. But again, this is Umbrella, so they are going. Why would they be? See that. Wait a minute. I think. Yeah, no, I'm remembering. Oh my god! How I didn't get grabbed there, I will. Okay. Veronica, Stanley, son. If I remember this, Veronica, then it's a man with a teacup. No. God. Where is the butler's notes? Oh, new master, right. Oh, God. That's Edward. I believe that's what. That? This man. Then it was Edward. Then it was Alexander. Please let this be the right order. Then it was Alfred. Yes! My god, I thought I was gonna have to look that up. Holy crap. Alright. Oh boy. Stop playing. Man. My memory almost failed me for a second there. Gonna be it for been watching balls. Oh hey, can always stream this game. Ball decom. Gotta be patient. Thank you so much. Catch you. Have a great night.